Welcome back. Joining me is Brad Beauchamp and Molly McCray from the University of St. Francis, and they're here to talk about the upcoming production of Steel Magnolias. Thank to both of you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
So Steel Magnolias is going to be opening on March 23rd, but first I want to talk about something very, very exciting that's happening at the University of St. Francis. The university just purchased the Scottish Rite Center. It's now going to be called the University of St. Francis Performing Arts Center.
Yes.
And this play is going to be at what, the premiere production?
Premiere production down there is very exciting. I mean, it came about very fast. I was all for doing it at the North Campus, and then this opportunity came, and they said, well, let's just establish our footprint in downtown Fort Wayne, and let's just jump in, and we'll open with this show.
And you open with this show. And what kind of effect do you think having the new center, it's quite a big place, what kind of effect do you think that's going to have on the drama program there at St. Francis?
I think the drama program and the music tech program, I think having that space is going to really open up a lot of creative avenues for the music technology program and the performing arts program, and even their fine arts management program, as they've got that beautiful horseshoe gallery, you know, that they can utilize to display art.
Yeah, indeed.
As well as inside the auditorium, which it would be more art.
Yes,
you know, be
indeed.
it music, theater, dance. So it's just it's a wonderful opportunity for the school to have a very nice footprint in the West End district
of downtown. It's quite a great addition to the whole downtown cultural scene. Let's talk a little bit about Steel Magnolias. Again, that's opening up on March 23rd at the new St. Francis Center for the Performing Arts.
Right.
And Molly, you're in Steel Magnolias. You're playing the part of Ouiser. Tell us a little bit about the play and about your role.
Well, the play, for those of you who might not know about it, I think it's a fairly well-known play, but it takes place in Louisiana, and it involves 6 women who all go to a beauty salon. That's sort of their meeting place, and it's where they it's a support group for all of them, and these women have lots of different issues that they deal with. Some of them are comical, and some of them are emotional, and you see how these women support one another.
Right, and it's sort of a funny story, but it has some serious sides to it as well.
There is a great deal of humor in it, and very universal emotions that all of us encounter.
Now, you've done the play before.
I did.
And did you play the same role, or
I didn't. I did this about a little over 20 years ago at Civic. I think it was the first time it was in Fort Wayne, and I did the role of Truvy. She owns the beauty salon, and that holds such great, wonderful memories for me. But the wonderful thing about this play is that the number of characters in it with their different ages and personalities allows somebody who, like myself, was able to age into another role.
And I bet that women really, it's primarily women, or is it all women? All women in this play.
For anybody who's seen the movie.
Now, is it a combination of students and area actors?
Yes, what I did, and I was very fortunate, I have such a wonderful cast, but everybody is basically age appropriate. And so my Malin and Ouiser, Truvy, and Miss Clary are all, from the community artists, and then my Annelle and Shelby are both USF students. One's a former student, and the other one is a senior in the music tech program.
So it's a real combination of students and area artists. That's really wonderful. Sounds like it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Now, your role as Ouiser is not the nicest person in the world. That the character is, or put it this way, how do you make that character sympathetic?
I think there's a fine line with Ouiser. I think that there is the opportunity to make her really, well, I call her a crusty. It's the B word, but and anybody can fill in that blank.
We have that in our notes, actually.
But
it was played by Shirley MacLaine in the movie, if anybody wants to know.
Yes, yes. But I think she's tremendously lovable too. Her life has been filled with a lot of crises and her own grief and sadness and disappointments. And I think she uses her sarcasm or her judgmental kind of personality as a mask.
Mm-hmm. But what do you find difficult about the role? Is there anything?
Making sure that she doesn't turn into a character that the audience wouldn't like.
Exactly, exactly, and I think that's the trick, and that's where the skill comes in. Is if you just read the words, she would seem like she's really, really nasty, but she's not.
And a lot of that comes with the support of the rest of the cast and the play itself, the way all of these women play off of one another.
I see. And some of the other actresses in the play in Steel Magnolias, have they been in the show before? Is this something that area actresses like to come back to, just like you did?
Yes, they have, and I know that, and Brad might be able to answer this a little better than I, but I think that 3 of the 6 of us
have done it before.
And we, one night after rehearsal, I just asked, why would you, because I don't like to do shows, I mean, it really has to speak to me to want to do a show over again. And I think that the common theme was that the characters are so rich. They're not caricatures. The story is universal. I mean, it is a very heartwarming story. I mean, just to the core. And it's one of those great pieces where you're laughing, and then all of a sudden, whoop, side the head, you get hit in the gut with...
It really has everything.
It does.
It does have the whole gamut of human emotions.
Really great piece. And I think for Robert Harling, who wrote it, I mean, he knocked this out in 10 days and doing the research on this piece because he was so, overwrought by the death of his sister, and knocked the piece out in 10 days, and within 18 months it was running on Broadway and being produced into a major motion picture.
Wow.
I mean, that's how good this piece is, that people jumped on and say, let's get this produced on Broadway. Wow, let's get this made into a major motion picture.
Yes.
And it's also being, they're talking about revamping it again for the BET network with an all-black cast.
Oh, that's interesting.
And I thought, wow.
Yes.
I mean, so that is, I mean, the story really speaks. I mean, it's not old, but I mean, it's 25 years old. I mean, it's an older piece, but it's still a wonderful story.
It's a great one.
Because the things that happen in this play happen to all of us.
In life, yeah.
Now, moving on to the new stage, the new space, tell us a little bit, how big is the theater, the new St. Francis?
It is, I believe, I haven't counted every seat, but it's just a skosh over 2,000.
Big.
Yes, big house.
Does that give challenges to the actors who perhaps have been working in a smaller rehearsal hall at the university? And as I understand, as we're taping this show, you've just moved downtown to the new theater. How do you make your adjustments to all of a sudden having to speak to a much larger audience?
Well, from an actor standpoint, and I think I can speak for most of the other actors, all of us were a little skeptical of getting on that stage and seeing how much space we had to fill. And as the set was constructed, I think we felt a little more comfortable because we actually had a home to be in and play in, and so that
it kind of brought your world or your environment down.
Right, right.
I mean, Brad, is that one of the challenges of directing in a big space like that, such an intimate play?
It really is, and you have to take into consideration, you want to bring it in, and of course you've got a fly rail now, which we've never had, which is very fun. But we've got the legs that we can bring in, and we can just keep bringing it in and focusing the audience's eye on what we want them to look at. I mean, I don't know much about cinematography, but I look at it as I want to help the audience's eye what I want them to look at, as a cinematographer would do. And with my lighting designer, we kind of work on making sure that we have different sections of the stage just tweaked a little bit. The audience won't know, you know, but it just all of a sudden I feel like I should be here or there, and of course the dialogue is going on there. But you know, you bring it in and you make it tight, and
lighting helps a lot.
A lot, a lot. And I've got a wonderful lighting designer, Jim Lawson, and it's great. It is a lot of fun in that space.
Is it a challenge? You're a guy. The cast, all women. A challenge there for you?
Yeah, I was very afraid, but they've been very kind to me. I've come from a family of all girls at home, so they've been very kind, and what an incredibly talented bunch.
That's true.
It's just great.
But from an actor's standpoint, and all the girls, I think we get some unique insights from Brad talking as a man and asking us questions or giving his perspective, and so it makes it richer.
Yeah, I bet it does. Well, you know, again, the play's opening on March 23rd.
Yes.
Can you buy tickets there once you get there?
You can get tickets at the door, right there at the box office, you know, in the lobby. Get tickets at the door. It's general admission, so pick a good seat. And
particular age group, is it appropriate for children? Or?
It's for all of them.
For all of them.
Yeah,
okay, great.
It is really, it'll speak to all ages. It really, really will.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for now. Thank you both for coming on the show. And break a leg. I couldn't say that in the prior segment, but I can say it to theater people. For more information about the University of St. Francis and ticket information, visit sf.edu/sf/art or call them at 399-8064. Arts Weekly airs every week, Tuesday through Thursday on College Access Television and most Sundays on WFWA PBS 39. You can also see us on YouTube and Facebook and follow us on Twitter. I'm Chuck O'Connor. Thanks for tuning into Arts Weekly. Join me next week with Jason Markson and Sam Savage from the IPFW Department of Music.